Hi. All right. In both the speeches, I really liked them both, but I liked the Martin Luther King one, I Have a Dream, just because that's number one, such a well known speech, and it's so strong. And I also really enjoyed listening versus reading the speech. But in the speech, Ain't I a Woman, I thought it was a great setting of imagery when she said how women are helped into carriages and lifted over ditches, and then like went and kept going with imagery about how she had never gotten that and how she should be a woman. She's had 13 children. The word born stuck out to me. I think it's more because it's an older speech, maybe, but I thought that was kind of another strong part of the speech. And I really like the ending, the figurative language of how, like, Christ, woman first, turned the world upside down, and that now us women are strong enough to turn it the right side back up. I thought that was really good figurative language, and kind of gave good imagery, honestly. And it was kind of just a clever little saying. So I think that whole reading it threw me off a little, but I could hear kind of rhythm as I read it, which was good. And then in I Have a Dream, I really liked how he opened up with imagery. And it's really funny how you notice this stuff once it's like an assignment and you're looking for it, but how Negroes were seared in flames and it's still being repeated 100 years, or excuse me, he repeated the word 100 years later. I think that repetition of the still 100 years later, 100 years later this, I think that was really strong. The imagery at the island of poverty, I thought that was kind of interesting. Like that just kind of sticks a little image in my head at least. Um, I liked the facing a different tomorrow. He still has a dream, a difficult tomorrow, and that he still has a dream. Obviously, Martin Luther King, I feel like his language and repetition of the I have a dream is like so famous, and I think it really makes his speech so strong because he always comes back to the I have a dream and what's his dream. And I really like that. Sorry, this is getting a little long. Let's see. I liked the keywords that he used. Like they kind of showed his theme, like how he said freedom. He used the word we a lot, which I really liked because they're at that point in time we're a group trying to gain more of their freedom. And obviously the word dream, which I just talked about. I really like the use of the brotherhood, how like one day owners and slaves will be hand in hand, as well as sisters and brothers holding hands for the little white girls and Negro boys, as he said. Lastly, I really liked the let freedom ring, and then he said in and gave a small, quick description that still kept you interested, but really proved the point and gave you a great image on that situation.